was a demo, actually, along with 3 others. Gives Me was one of them.
Disturbing new video appears to support some of the accusations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs.
Tell me the whole thing.
Yes,
I love it.
The Diddy courtroom has become the epicenter of a profound tremor, shaking the very foundations of Hollywood. What began as a grim, contained legal battle, focused on Cassie's harrowing testimony, has now detonated into something far grander, far more unsettling. This isn't merely another fleeting celebrity scandal, it's a systemic shockwave, witnessing the unceremonious unraveling of an empire. A velvet curtain, long concealing secrets too dark and explicit for the public eye, is finally being peeled back. The reverberations are palpable, and the silence from within those courtroom walls speaks volumes. For weeks, the narrative was meticulously crafted, focusing on Cassie's alleged abuse, the disturbing freak-offs, the chilling control Diddy exerted. But the prosecution has, reportedly, pivoted with an audacity that has left the legal world stunned. The focus has moved. It's no longer just about the victims who dare to speak. It's about the audio. Imagine, if you will, a federal courtroom. Video footage, grainy and silent, plays across monitors. Then the screens go dark. The cameras cease to roll. No journalists are permitted to record. And in that chilling, cloistered silence behind closed doors, a new form of testimony begins. Insiders claim that graphic, explicit audio recordings, allegedly involving Diddy, Will Smith, and Meek Mill, were played. And the room, they say, simply froze. A silence so profound, so heavy, it could only be born from true, visceral shock. One source's description echoes in the whispers: male-on-male, graphic and undeniable. And as that disturbing silence lifted, a new wave of witnesses emerged. Not fame seekers, but ghosts from the past. Former bad boy artists, long-suffering staff, individuals who inhabited Diddy's lavish, shadowed world. People who might have held their tongues for years, perhaps decades, now stepping into the light, shielded by the courts. We're talking about voices like Don Richard of Danity Kane, reportedly confirming Cassie's account, admitting that Diddy perpetrated horrible things. This isn't gossip, this is corroborated testimony, etched into the court record. And if you seek a visual testament to the sheer weight of what transpired, look no further than Diddy's own daughter. Walking out of that courtroom, no bravado, no defiance, just a shell-shocked gaze. Pale, silent, visibly shaken. Insiders suggest this profound reaction directly followed the playing of that unseen, unheard audio. The implications of that moment alone stretch far beyond any legal ruling. They speak to the very core of legacy, family, and the terrifying power of secrets. The mere mention of Will Smith's name, now allegedly tied to this audio, sent ripples of disbelief through the entertainment world. The internet, that relentless archivist, immediately went to work. Old clips, casual interviews, podcast moments, every interaction between Will and Diddy. Once innocuous, now re-examined through a chilling new lens. Lunel's offhand remark about clapping each other's cheeks, once a throwaway joke, now screams with an unsettling prescience. Then, the deeper plunge into the rabbit hole. Fans revisited clips of Will and Jaden, the public displays of affection once deemed quirky, now viewed with a different, disturbing discomfort. But the true seismic jolt came from brother Bilal, Will Smith's former assistant. His direct graphic allegations, speaking of explicit acts witnessed firsthand, including claims involving Dwayne Martin, were a nuclear detonation in the public consciousness. The internet, a self-appointed CSI unit, devoured every crumb. Photos, videos, shared moments of Diddy and Will, once celebrated as the epitome of celebrity friendship, now fuel a growing suspicion. And then, Will Smith's denial. "I ain't nowhere near that man. I did none of that stupid shit." A stark, unequivocal statement. Yet it was met with an immediate, overwhelming counter-barrage of photographic evidence, receipts, pictures of them at parties, clubs, award shows, casually toasting champagne. The public wasn't just suspicious anymore, they felt unequivocally lied to. And then, Meek Mill. His name, too, allegedly surfaced during the courtroom's private audio playback. Chaos. Unlike Will's attempt at a calm denial, Meek's reaction was a full-blown social media meltdown. A barrage of defensive, increasingly frantic tweets. The more he typed, the more a skeptical public concluded something was undoubtedly amiss. Meek's association with Diddy isn't new. Jokes about him being Diddy's intern or pocket puppet have circulated for years. Once dismissed as mere trolling, these old jests now resonate with a chilling new meaning. The internet, ever vigilant, unearthed the receipts. A viral video of Meek at a party with Michael Rubin. His discomfort palpable as he awkwardly hopped around. A voice in the background, laughing, taunting him. Then, the infamous birthday party clip. Shirtless men by the pool. And Diddy, on camera, openly calling Meek Daddy. Proud of you, I love you, I appreciate life. Daddy. That single word became an instant meme, hurled back at Meek with every defensive post. His desperate declaration, "I'm not fruity, stop playing with me," only triggered a flood of screenshots, old tweets, and videos of him looking, to the public's eye, real cozy with Diddy. But here's the most profound and disturbing enigma in this entire saga: the complete absence of the actual audio. No leaks, no videos, no public playback, only the chilling whispers from insiders, the redacted courtroom summaries. We've heard the alleged descriptions: a man being pounded while Diddy laughed in the background. There were even fleeting claims of a clip showing Meek and Diddy making love. Yet nothing. Not a single second of those alleged Diddy tapes has breached the digital veil. This silence is deafening, and it fuels a pervasive, unsettling question. Who is protecting this? Because in America, evidence in a criminal trial isn't simply locked away without extraordinary cause. Journalists are demanding answers. If this audio is so damning, why is it being withheld from the public? Where is the transparency in a trial of such monumental public interest? Some argue for the protection of identities, of dignity. Others whisper of an explosive truth. Too many famous names, too much power behind the scenes. The fear that if these tapes truly leak, they won't just ruin reputations, but trigger a cascade of career implosions, multi-million-dollar lawsuits, and expose individuals not yet named. If Diddy, Will, and Meek are merely the exposed fragments of a larger, darker whole, who else lurks in the shadows? As wild as the allegations sound, the silence surrounding these tapes is the true horror. In an era where every pixel, every private message, every whispered secret eventually finds its way to the internet, this absolute blackout is unprecedented. It suggests a force, a power, actively containing this truth. This trial, then, is no longer just about Diddy and Cassie. It has unearthed a network, a profound, disturbing undercurrent in Hollywood's elite circles that has festered for years, unchallenged. It's an unmasking of someone once deemed untouchable, a mogul woven into the very fabric of hip-hop, fashion, and culture. His bad boy for life mystique, the lavish parties, the powerful friendships, all of it crumbling in real time. And in this spectacular downfall, the eerie chorus of "we should have seen this coming" rings out. The red flags, in hindsight, were always there. His obsessive control over artists, the strange pause interjections in interviews, the chilling pattern of artists leaving bad boys seemingly damaged or simply disappearing. Mace, Loon, Day 26, Danity Kane. Aubrey O'Day tirelessly tried to sound the alarm, and no one listened. But the courtroom, it seems, is listening now. Dawn Richards' testimony, lending credence to Cassie's account, provides that lethal corroboration in court, and the emotional fallout reverberates far beyond Diddy. Will Smith's already fragile reputation, still reeling from the Oscar slap, faces an existential threat. Meek Mill, though not charged, is being tried in the merciless court of public opinion, his frantic defensiveness only deepening the suspicion. And yet the government remains silent on the tapes. No explanation, no timeline for release, a silence that screams of something too dangerous to unleash. Perhaps the individuals on these tapes are too famous, too powerful. Perhaps they are part of a hidden architecture of influence. Or perhaps the government itself treads a political tightrope, unwilling to ignite a conflagration too vast to control. We are left in a strange, unsettling limbo. The legal machinery grinds forward. The internet relentlessly digs, and those allegedly implicated maintain a veneer of normalcy. But this silence cannot last forever. The internet does not forget. It does not forgive. And when the truth is perceived to be hidden, the digging only intensifies. If these tapes ever see the light of day, they will not merely shake Hollywood's elite, they will fracture its very foundations. Not just for Diddy's alleged actions, but for who else was in the room. The velvet curtain is being pulled back, and what lies behind it might be far, far darker than anyone could have possibly imagined.